A mí me contaron una parte de la historia, le faltaba la otra y yo salí a buscarla, y cuando la buscaba encontraba las piezas de un rompecabezas que no es como una foto, de un rompecabezas que no es como una foto. La loquera de tierra se le puso zapatos y todos bautizados marchando hacia la iglesia, pero enredado en línea quedaron los retazos, y que sin darnos cuenta adentro lo llevamos, y que sin darnos cuenta adentro lo llevamos. Sabias mujeres en la noche oscura, sabias mujeres en la noche oscura, con fuego sagrado danzando a la luna, con fuego sagrado danzando a la luna, a llamaron brujas y así las quemaron, a llamaron brujas y así las quemaron. Ay, oye lo que digo, que está en la historia escrita, de lo que es el norte y de lo que es el sur. Serán los cuatro vientos la fuerza que nos guíe para empuñar la pluma y al resistir escribe, para empuñar la pluma y al resistir escribe, y al resistir escribe, y al resistir escribe.
Eso. Nemegata in the house. That's right. Changwa Sessions with Nemegata. Yeah, 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 yeah. I needed that so much. We need that. We need that so much to cleanse the palate, to get to new waters, to recreate ourselves, and the power that music has to help us do that. You are here a 7 with Frederico 7, a 7 with Frederico 7, del corazón, from the heart. Just want to say hello to everybody that may be tuning in either on the Austin Music Television, Channel 16, or if you are in the social medias, thank you so much, whether you're here for 30 seconds, for a whole minute, or the whole hour. What a pleasure to share some music with you guys. I want to make sure that we know what we are listening to just now, which my friends Nemegata, amazing, amazing music. They were our guests last week. Yes, last week. So we were listening to El Rompecabezas, the puzzle, right? By Nemegata, Colombian power trio, as you could hear, very psychedelic and very, very needed, to really push through with their beautiful sounds, a mix of folk, Colombian roots, and 2020 sound. So amazing, amazing. So yeah, please check them out and support them for sure. Yes, I'm Frederico 7. Frederico. I've been here in Austin as a songwriter and a musician for many years. And since the pandemic hit, through doing things online, started to feed myself with connection by both sharing music that I love, sharing my music as well, and also having conversations with amazing people every Tuesday at 7 p.m. a las 7 in Mexico. There are folks in Mexico that tune in, so un abrazo para ustedes en Mexico. A big hug for everybody right here in Austin. We're tracking through. Right, it's October. We many of us have voted already, and I hope that if you're watching right now that you are registered to vote. This was the first time that I could vote for president as a U.S. citizen. I became a U.S. citizen sometime in 2016, and this I have voted in every single election that I've had the chance to do so, but this one has definitely been the very first presidential election that I've been able to do that. Hey, Lobo Corona is already here. I was gonna say, if you are in the social media, you can drop any messages, and we're gonna be getting through them for sure. And the Tiarra Girls are here, so you could ask a question for them, or you could just say hello. Share whatever is on your mind. If you're following me either on my YouTube channel, and I can drop that information in just a bit, or on Facebook. Yeah, there you go. Somewhere down below, you're going to be able to see that. Also in Austin Music Channel and Roku and Amazon and all of those apps, all of those things, where people get their media. You're going to be able to every Tuesday check out these conversations. In a few minutes, I'm going to bring this fantastic, talented sisters, Tori, Tiffany, and Sophia of the Tiarra Girls. That's what we got going on, our conversation today, to build connection. And for sure, I hear you all. And I'm so excited also, every week it's a fantastic journey to talk to people. Next week, Beto Martinez. Let me get my stuff out of here so you can actually so we're gonna have Beto Martinez, longtime friend, Grupo Fantasma, Brownout, Money Chicha, but just Leche House Studios, just a great producer, great engineer, a great guitar player. He will be my guest next Tuesday. Once again, as a musician, I was looking for a connection in the beginning of this pandemic. And the live streaming thing I still do, and it's fun to do that. But after a while, I was missing having that connection. And also, I noticed that many friends were also missing just being able to share a little bit of what they're doing, a little bit of what's happening. So that's the reason I'm coming every Tuesday with different people and things to talk about, right? Que passou? Oh, wow. So we have, yeah. So, hi, Tony. Great to have you. So, we have some folks that are here with us every week. So, I appreciate you guys always tuning in. It's so great. Yes, no, thanks. For all immigrants that know, when you go through the process of becoming a citizen, you have to, you sworn allegiance, and you sworn to protect your country from enemies, both foreign and domestic. And it's interesting. You get to think about the very complex history of this nation, and you have an active yes or an active no. It's not an easy choice always to make. So I'm that day I was like, no, I know that to vote, it is not something that it's the only thing that you do, right? I mean, that is actually the easiest and just the basic thing. It's I think that in order to push the social and equity change that you wish to see in the world, in order to build a better society for yourself and then for your children, um, you need to keep pushing always, all year long, and in small elections. But since I was for so many years, I was an immigrant in this country, living according to and under the laws of this country, but not being able to have an active voice. Once I became a citizen, now if there's, I'm voting for everything. I'm voting for the management of my street. I'm voting for like who's gonna, if I have an opportunity, I will take that opportunity. That has definitely been a shift. I don't know if at times immigrants such as myself feel that way, but yes, it's very important to make our voices heard. And um and everybody, we all go to the polls with maybe a different different things that we are looking at. For me, I like to take a stake of what are my values as a human being. There are certain values that I decided to live my life accordingly to. And so, as that's what informs when I go to vote, not necessarily just my pocket or the bottom line of my personal self, but also the bottom line of my values in general. Well, since we're talking a little bit, and you guys, thanks for the comment. Since you guys are talking a little bit about voting, I do want to give a shout to, if you are a musician here in Austin, Texas, you should check this group out, the Austin, Texas musicians. I know several folks right now in the Austin music television, maybe musicians themselves. Yeah, find them on the social media. Find them out there, Austin, Texas musicians. Follow, become, get to know the information that is given to musicians. Especially, when this group was formed, there was no idea that a pandemic was going to hit. But once it did, many folks have been able to find some opportunities or more voice at City Hall in terms of getting some relief and getting a long-term vision for hopefully being able to save some of our clubs and keep Austin in certain ways. So if you're a musician out there, you want to check the Austin, Texas musicians out, find them. Yes, for sure, you really do have to do that. And I also want to share that, yeah, this Friday, this Friday, I am playing music with my band finally. I haven't done that in such a long time. So I'm so excited to get in an outdoor space that is socially distanced. I can share an image. I think I have an image here of this is like Esquina Tango, where we're gonna have this show this Friday. And oh yeah, this is a shot of Esquina Tango in the east side. So as you can see, they built socially distanced platforms where you have a little table. You'll be able to stay in that platform throughout the whole evening. As you can see, they are way more than just 6 feet away, and they're taking folks' temperatures at the door. Nobody's allowed to be outside of their platforms without, wearing a mask. And this place is well ventilated. So I'm looking forward to be able to give a little bit of live music to Austin community in these times when we are looking for connection and we are looking for live sounds. If you do want to get out and listen to some Brazilian soul music, to some Brazilian rock music, on a date this Friday, you probably need to act soon for those who are interested, because you do have to make reservations for this event. So go to Esquina Tango, and I'll drop that information here, right here, so you guys can see. Go to Esquina Tango, and for those that would like to see some live music this Friday and find out what you got to do, but do it soon, because since these are limited spaces, so they are bound to be gone. Let's share some music. I'm gonna play real quick a tune, dun, 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 by our guests. Yes, we're gonna welcome the Tiarra Girls in a little bit. But before we do that, I wanted to share a little bit of their sounds for context. Some of you guys may not, may not have heard their music before, and some of you guys are here because you love them. Yes. E algumas as pessoas no Brasil, we have people in Brazil that tune in. Beijo para vocês aí no Brasil, abraço. Aqui estamos desde Austin, Texas, building, definitely trying to do our best to build community through music in this crazy times. But before I share a little bit of the music of Tiarra Girls and bring them to the studio, last week I was talking a little bit about leveraging our joy, trying to figure it out. What are the things that give us joy, and see if we can take it to the next level by using that joyful energy, right? And I've been thinking a lot about that, and I want to recognize, especially for artists right now and for musicians right now, these are really interesting times that I myself have from time to time. You struggle under the pandemic. You're not having the kind of connection that you're usually getting, and that's really the central focus and part of this show, is to have, myself as a songwriter interview other artists, and that we can figure it out how we are finding resiliency, how we are building connection in these times. And today I wanted to focus on the idea of recreating ourselves, that in this pandemic, this idea of rebirth. I am 45 years old, so for me, when I think about having to start from scratch and recreate myself, is a daunting idea. But at the same time, what a privilege, right? I was trying to flip the script on myself, on my inner voice, on this idea of that I've been hearing. It's a pandemic. We are, a lot of folks have worked really hard to do certain things, and they were doing many things in 2019, and myself included. I had a brand new record and lots of new music, and South by Southwest was right around the corner. And how we pivot in the last 6 months, and now we are 6 months into this, and the numbers of cases and what's happened in the pandemic seems like we are not out of the woods yet. At least that's what I see in science. So wow, let's recreate ourselves, and so I'm interested if you have ideas of how you are recreating yourself, or if you have been having the privilege of being in a position that you can think, how am I recreate myself? How are I going to give a rebirth to myself? Yes, please go ahead and share it on the messages, or send me a message later, because I want to know, because I've been thinking about leveraging the joy. So first I have to find where is the joy, how to leverage that. And as I do that, there comes this idea: how do you recreate yourself if so many plans and expectations that you had may have been gone due to certain things, right? So I talked to many artists that are in that position. So how are you giving rebirth in your life? How are you recreating yourself? I want to know. Share it in the comments, and let's hear some music. As you can see, I am a one-man operation. I want to hear an excerpt of Tiarra Girls music right now. This is Leave It to the People. Let's listen to a little bit of that, and then we're gonna bring them to the studio. Un abraço, big hugs. You're watching S7 with Frederico7. This is the music, a little bit of the Tiarra Girls. Eso, eso. Eso. So here we are. We are about to have a conversation with the Tiarra Girls. Let me bring them to the studio. Once again, before I do, thank you for Austin Music Television. If you're watching today, this is at 7 with Frederico7. We are both on social media and we are also here on channel 16. Un gran abrazo. And here they are. How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
I am doing okay today. I was sharing a little earlier. Some days I do great, and other days I'm like not so great. And so, as an artist, it has been quite interesting to navigate these times. And so, I really, I start the same way every interview. Like, I maybe you guys can go around the room a little bit, but like, how are you guys today, and what things are giving you resiliency?
You want to start?
So today I had class in the morning, had a test, and kind of was thinking about how the interview was going to go and things I wanted to say and all the people that were going to be watching. So I'm excited to be here today.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so great, Tiffany.
For me, I think I've been getting better about balancing school and music. So the past week has been super busy for me, like going to the studio, and like working and learning at school, having countless hours on Zoom for school, and then having homework because we're also doing midterms. But I guess just finding that like easy balance with everything and being self-aware and nice to myself has been giving me resilience lately.
Oh, that is so important at times. Hard to do. That central, like, oh, I'm gonna be nice to myself, and maybe and knowing how to listen to yourself sounds so basic, but I don't think we'll talk more about that. But I love that you share that. I think that's important and reminders that I needed, like, hey, be nice to yourself, dude. And how about you, Sophia?
I think it's the same for me too. Like, I'm taking really heavy classes this semester, and although it's like it feels like a lot of homework, like one thing due after the other, I just have to remind myself to like step away from the computer for a little bit and go do something else for a bit. So what I do is work out. So that usually helps me like release the stress and negative energy. So I got to do that today, and I feel a lot better.
Working out, listening to yourself, and then just like preparing for connection. I love that. Guys, some folks are watching know you for a while, and other folks in this show is interesting because of social media and how things work. It's a beautiful thing. I have even folks in Brazil or folks in Mexico and Latin America. So tell us a little bit your story. You are sisters, and tell us a little bit about your relationship with music in general. When did it start? And when did it coalesce that like, oh wow, you're gonna pick that instrument, I'm gonna do this, or was it a decision? Was it an organic thing? Tell us a little bit about the story of your journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time. This journey has been super like roller coastery, but yeah, we're an all sister band from South Austin, born and raised, fourth generation Mexican American. And I guess how we started in music, it was on an individual basis. Tiffany started playing piano with my grandmother, just learning different things here and there. And Sophia was always the kind of child to bang on things and make rhythms everywhere at the dinner table, like on pans and stuff.
I'm the same way. So like, yeah, I see you.
Yeah. And so then my parents kind of saw that she had an interest in music, so she went to some lessons. And around age 8, I was in 3rd grade, and I had a teacher who picked up a guitar during music class, and he was playing some Beatles songs on an acoustic guitar. And it was the first time I had that kind of live music experience, if you can call it that. And so I was like really moved by how the room kind of changed and how it impacted me. So it was cool to like have Tiffany jump on that bandwagon, Sophia, and then me. But we at that age, we weren't like cautious of the fact that we all were into music. We all just were doing it for ourselves. And then so I got some lessons too. And then since we all live in the same area and we live in the house and we go to our lessons like sometimes during the same time frames, we were like, let's just like learn music together because like it can help our bond, and we already are bonded. So we started like learning through sheet music and learning music theory and little folk songs and covers. And then we started going on the stage about 2012, playing little South by shows, unofficial stuff, and like little festivals. And then it became bigger to like the Pecan Street Festival, Pachanga. We played a lot of shows at Fiesta Gardens when we first started when I was about 13. And so we were just playing covers and figuring out what our sound was, literally playing everything because our parents, our dad was a DJ for a long time. He was an Austin b-boy, so he was like a dancer. He was really into that kind of too. And so we also grew up going to his shows and like sitting by the speakers and blowing our ears out to like Rihanna and Daddy Yankee.
Nice. And, share with us what's your dad's name? Share with us.
Our dad's name is Hector Valtierra.
Sí, Hector. Saludos from me. Yeah, so great.
It was very much a team effort. My mom would book his shows back then, and she has booked our shows to this day. So, I mean, like speaking on my dad being in music, being a DJ, like we would follow him, like I said, and we saw the room kind of move and shift the energy when music started playing and everyone was dancing and we wanted to dance. And like after the wedding is over, after the quince is over, you kind of have that like feeling of like music brushes over you and you're like, what a great night. And so like let's just keep playing because this is so fun and people are watching us. And then came to the point where the election happened and we kind of were like, hey, let's combine our talents of music, melodies, and activism. Because people are watching us, we might as well say something important that they can learn about. And it's a way of self-expression through politics from the lens of a young Latina. So
I definitely want to get into that because I know that you guys leverage your joy of music with with a message to get young people to participate in our elections and to participate in being. So here some folks on social media just want to say hello. Hi, Marianne. Thank you for tuning in. Sophia, ándale, ahí está Sophia. Yeah. So we have so folks that are in their home, if they are in social media, they can definitely tune in, and even if you want to ask a question, go ahead and do so, and I'll be reading them throughout. Of course, it is election season, and I even shared a little bit of my personal relationship. I'm so excited that I got to vote. I voted yesterday, and okay. Yes, I voted yesterday, but I was very excited because as I mentioned, I became a citizen in 2016, even though I had been in this country since I came to college. I had the opportunity to get I had a financial aid, and it was like, I was in the right place in the right time. And I had a friend, Alex Marrero, who is a singer of Brownout, and he's also a musician. We pretty much came together. I was like, I have a friend in Austin already. Let's check it out. And now I have this opportunity to go to school. And because of the Austin musical scene, I fell in love with the musicians here and how there are music teachers almost in every corner you see someone amazing or something amazing musically happening, not just during South by Southwest week, but all year long. So I want to ask you guys, as Austinites, as Latinas, Austinites, seeping in this Austin music scene. I already heard a little bit like, oh, you guys had this opportunity to play in different places. But let's go a little bit deeper. How has been your into the Austin music scene in general? How do you see the scene? Since I know it's hard to talk about something that is part of yourself, but how do you see it? Do you think it as Latinas, as women, as young people coming to the scene? How has been your experience interacting with the different clubs and the environment in general? And also we're in the pandemic, so it's interesting to reflect on it. So talk to us a little bit about your relationship with the music scene.
Yeah.
See, like, ¿quién quiere?
I don't want to talk too much.
I would definitely say that when we first started, it was a bit like we were in a shadow kind of, because people didn't really grasp the idea of 3 girls in a band. Like, we would get to a venue and then they would be like, okay, you guys are singers, what are you gonna sing? And we're like, no, we're a band, I play drums. Like, women can play drums, or girls can play drums,
Yeah.
So, but thankfully we've made our way through the music scene here, and we have been shown a lot more respect, which is like awesome. And personally, I've met a lot of other women, like percussionists, which is so great, because I honestly didn't know that those existed here,
Very important. Oh my gosh.
Right. So I mean, I think that the music scene has evolved a lot since we started playing, in a good way.
Yes, in terms of representation and in terms of you seeing yourself, you, like you're saying, Sophia. Oh yeah, we throughout many years. We see a singer, a band with a bunch of dudes, and then a female singer there. It's okay. I'm very happy for all of those musicians, but it's great that you see like, oh no, now it's not a, it's good to hear from you, Sophia. And for you, Tiffany, how, as a bass player, like how has it been, just your experience in general, not as a Latina or as a woman, but just, however you want to approach. But how has it been being a bassist in this town? Do you have some, some heroines or some heroes, or like, what has been your experience?
I think I'm just very inspired by all the Latinas and musicians and women of color musicians here in Austin who have shown us a lot of grace in the music community, and kind of like giving us tips and advice, and pushing us as well to have our voice be heard, and just being someone that we can look up to, and trying to be like a role model for other young Latinas or young women who want to get involved in the music community.
Yes, that is, and I'll just drop this because I have a few images of you guys, so I'm gonna share a few of them, and maybe you can just tell me what comes to your mind the very first thing when you see this. Let's see. I'm gonna show. We were talking a little bit about this already. So
those are our parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that's at this burger place that
I thought about that today. That burger.
I don't think it's there anymore. But it was important for them to take us there, because I think they had said that they went there too when they were a little bit younger, and they really liked the burger, so they took us there, and it was delicious. And
that was a sweet moment, and one of you guys capture it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
My mom has gone into selfies, so it was really good.
It reminds me of all the support that they give us like every single day, and it's so cute, like seeing them hold hands and kiss, because like they just had their marriage anniversary of like 35 years. 30 something years, but
30
Wow.
a lot of years.
a lot of years. They were high school sweethearts, and they were dating at age like 15, and they're
It's you know, to be in a band, the testimony to their love in a way, it's you guys. You guys literally on stage, you're literally becoming music, and it's a unique, very special, unique sisterhood that you guys have, and when you guys speak of your parents, when you speak of them and their dedication, it really comes through that, wow, part of the success of the Tiarra Girls, is like, wow, ser familia, being family, and being family no es fácil. We know
we know.
so. In your process as a band, for like this is only in the last few years that I've been like under my name, but I've always been in bands throughout most of my musical life. So I understand there is sometimes disagreements, algo que I no te puedo ver, but in your case it's like, I had this fight with my bandmate, but my bandmate is also my sister and I have to see her next morning. Has that, or do you guys have these normal fights that are just humans, or do you guys really? How does it work, y'all's energy? Talk to us a little bit about, who's the joker in the group? Who's quién es la más? Tell us. Chisme, hora del chisme.
Well, I would say Sophia is probably like, I don't know. We're all so different. I guess to speak on the like arguing and fighting, it's been happening since we were children. We played a lot of Guitar Hero. That's how we started out playing like music, I guess.
All right, this is news. This is big news.
Yeah,
if I was a professional reporter, that would be like Tiarra Girls, start career on Guitar Hero.
I played. I was the vocals. Tiffany was guitar. Sophia was drums, and so we would try the different levels. And every time we would get to like half of the song, the crowd, the virtual crowd would boo us, and then we would get kicked out of the game and have to start.
The crowd knew nothing of music. The logarithms were whack.
So like we would blame each other, like, Sophia, you were off beat the whole time, that's why we didn't pass the level. And we're like, Tori, you couldn't keep up with the lyrics. And so we would just be yelling at each other, and like we would play it before dinner, and sometimes we would just like go like stare each other down and be like, I don't want to look at you, like you made us lose Guitar Hero. And then but like because we're sisters, and like a lot of the times we show our love through like teasing and poking at each other. We kind of know that already. I mean, we literally have never stayed mad at each other for over like.
Yeah, I feel like we recover very fast after a fight. Like we can be fighting 1 second, and then like one of us goes to the other room, like, hey, you want to go get a coffee? Like
literally, that happens every day.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna put some pictures here because this is an iconic place. So you guys were talking a little bit about playing at Fiesta Gardens and so forth. Oh no, Fiesta Gardens. No, this is at the Pan American. Exacto. So it's just I like to share a little bit, like it's great. And you guys were in getting into a little bit of your process here. I'm trying to get this. Oh yes, here it goes. I stalk y'all on Instagram, so
yeah.
So this picture talks a little bit about you guys kind of in rehearsal. How does that work a little bit in terms of writing music and then collaborating, deciding, we're going to do this cover of that? Talk to us a little bit.
Yeah, so as far as covers, in the beginning, our dad had like his really big like a plethora of like music in his brain, and has a really great music taste. So like for example, like we grew up listening to Selena and watching the movie over and over again, as like every single young Latina has. So he was like, "Hey, let's play Como la Flor," and we still play it today. We played it for so many years, and different things like "Just a Girl" by No Doubt. He introduced us to like our music taste now, which ranges from country, Tejano to rap to rock, and so I'm the primary songwriter for the band, and the process is different every time. I'm sure, as you know. Like music is
It's part of the fun sometimes, right?
yeah, and so it kind of starts off with like guitar chords or like a melody, or a voice memo that I just come up with randomly. Yeah, that's the best.
Like, listen to this. Like, no, this is not, like, I tell you, it's a great song, but you know, trust me.
Yeah, and my bad habit is writing like too long of a song. So like we'll go to Space, which is the photo that you had, the Space rehearsal studio. We'll book a room and then I'll show them what I wrote.
A shout to everybody at Space Rehearsal Studio and all rehearsal studios in town. You know, this is crazy times too. You know, but shout to everybody. Yeah. So yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry, interrupted you.
No, yeah, and Space has been doing a great job. We went the other day to rehearse, and they had great COVID protocols, and we were super safe. But
awesome.
Yeah, so I'll show them a song, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's so long. Like, take out that part." And then like Sophia will come up with her drum set part, and she's super quick about that. Like, I don't think my sisters give themselves enough credit for how quick their minds work within music, because like it's all up there. You just have to like summon it to come out, you know?
Yeah.
But we're all super collaborative about it, and even though I don't play bass, like I help Tiffany with bass. Even though Tiffany doesn't play guitar, she'll tell me, "Hey, do this or sing this note." So we're all like we play by ear a lot lately, because we kind of lost our music theory knowledge over the years, because it's so hard to keep up with and remember.
Yes, but you said one thing that is very that I always take to heart. It is always inside. It is already inside of you, because la música es vida, la vida es música. No, our life is music, music is life, and you're carrying inside of you. But many times the job of the artist and the musician is to line up your life, line up your life and everything around, so that you can be in that place that you can share it, right? And that could be as easy as basic as, oh my gosh, I need to prioritize my homework in this time and in this time, because I need to carve out that time for my creative self. So all of you guys take your education very seriously, and navigating, and I know you have gotten that question before, but I'll ask again, because it's important. How what are some of the things that you do to be able to know that you're going to have that musical priority in your life when you're also pursuing you know, throughout life, from high school graduations to college graduations, and etc., etc. So if you guys don't mind, anybody that wants to answer, but what's happening in your personal world right now, balancing study and music and everything?
I think it's crazy when we get this question, because when they ask us to think back to that, when we started like school and music, like how did we handle it? Like I'm always just like, it kind of just happened. Like I feel like we've always been faced with like a lot, and we're just used to that, so we just know how to handle our time, which is like such a good quality. But like personally, like again, like I'm taking really heavy classes. Like thankfully Tori's kind of always on us, like we got this today, you better be there, you better be ready. So like she's my reminder. If it wasn't like that, I probably wouldn't have been here on time today.
I would be here on internet and on the Austin Music Channel, like, hey guys, Sophia would be here anytime.
Yeah, it's definitely like sometimes can be really tiring, but I know like times like this or like certain gigs, it kind of just is like, it's like an all worth it moment. Like this song we're playing, seeing how people are reacting to it, it's just like kind of reminds you like, this is why you do it, this is why you push yourself, this is why you discipline yourself. It's all for that.
Yeah, and our why of like balance and determination within music and school has kind of heightened recently, especially with the election and ever since we started writing music about politics and social justice. Like before, it was like, oh, I'm just gonna write a song about my crush or just what I'm going through emotionally. But
Hey,
then,
love is, and not that you're not gonna do it again.
no, like
Yeah. It's funny, one time we were at Space, Tori was like, let me show you this song. And we were like, okay. And it started all slow. And we were like, oh, not again.
no, but like
you know when she's got a crush, she doesn't have to tell you, right? She's like,
or when she
okay.
went through an argument with somebody.
oh my god. Yeah, our shift it's shifted a lot having to balance music and school at the same time. Since we were younger, we would have school for 8 hours, and then we would have marching band practice for 2 hours in the blazing sun. And then Tiffany was a drum major, Sophia was on the drum set on the field, and we were all like playing on the field. And then after that, we would have our own band rehearsal to practice for the gigs that we had that weekend or the next month. And then we had homework when we got home. So it was like those days were super consistent. And then we got to high school, it was the same thing. We got to college, and we recently signed with a label. So every like day we're pretty busy on social media, putting together.
Congratulations.
Assets. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And going to the studio, doing all these different kinds of things. And so our why has been the fact that people are watching us, because we have a platform and we want to give out a message of empowerment to the young people. And because our musical mothers and the older people in the Latinx community here in Austin have kind of opened the door for us when we walked in, and they welcomed us, and we're creating our own new path now. It's kind of like our responsibility to keep that going for the time being, for the younger generation, because we have met some younger Latinas that are playing music. We had a show in Corpus Christi for Chicas Rock, and we were backstage. We were backstage, and we saw all the little girls with their vests and their rock hair bows and everything, and it was a mirror reflection of us from the past, because we literally look like that going on stage with bass guitars are twice our size. And so we were like, we're gonna like give it our all on stage and show them that they can become us, and that we're gonna help uplift them no matter what.
I love your commitment, and that idea of, as you go up, you're carrying others up with you. I think that is so special. If the whole world was more like that, if we all did more of that, we celebrated each other's victories more, or oh wow, now that I have this platform, I think it's gonna share this platform with with younger Latinas, with whoever you think you could help to empower. And yeah, for anybody watching, I it's great. I think that I have seen this as part of the reason I wanted to have you guys here is because I have seen this very clearly in your initiatives and in the songwriting that it's not just about doing what you are feeling great, but it's doing what you're feeling great. And yes,
we are going to be releasing a song soon in the next few months called Soy Chingona.
Eso.
And we wrote it about all the chingonas that have left the pathway open for us and the doors open for us. And it's just an homage to like all chingonas everywhere. And I know that it can be considered a bad word, as we've been told by like the older generation, but we're reclaiming it for ourselves and saying that we're chingonas, we're change makers, we're trailblazers, and we're gonna be unapologetic about whatever we do. and so that's going to be coming out soon, and we're gonna film a music video that has a really nice message. We're gonna be having like separate roles. We're gonna be in like male dominated fields. That's kind of the concept we're going for. Like Tiffany's gonna be a mechanic, I'll be an
Ah,
audio engineer, Sophia's gonna be boxing. But yeah, Chingona is like coming soon, and that's like our homage to our message and all the people that have supported us, and we're gonna leave those doors open.
that is amazing. What I would definitely, once it comes out, I would love to play it here. You know, like earlier today, I was playing some Nemegata. I like to folks that come in the show when they have new tunes. So I'll definitely ask you guys permission to feature that when it comes out, because I definitely want the folks in Austin Music Channel and Facebook and YouTube to hear it. That is just amazing. Ustedes sí son chingonas for things like this. This is just from many photos. There are so many photos of you guys online telling people to go vote. You know, this is one of many. So I just wanted to put out there, now is the time, right? And have you guys voted yet? Have you not? You're gonna wait? What is your voting strategy this year around?
So we've always voted, or that picture was the first time that I voted.
Eso.
And I actually registered to vote on stage. I had someone come and I signed the paper right before I played a song.
That is
But,
awesome.
yeah, we go and vote as a family, and ever since COVID, like we have kind of seen that as an opportunity to keep promoting it even more, and even more on a personal level, like through our relationships, our family members, and also be nice to the phone banking people, because they're super great. The people that are texting you, are you going to vote for blah, blah, blah? Have you voted?
Yeah.
But
Great
that's a side note.
reminder.
But
No, it's
but
true.
yeah, we make sure to have a plan to vote. Like we're gonna vote in the next few days.
Yeah.
By the end of this week, we've made it our mission too, because our schedule has been super crazy, but
We like to go as like a whole family.
yeah, we like to
Mhm.
make a big deal out of it and a celebration.
Yeah.
But
That is-
we're willing to wait in the lines, and people need to be willing to do that as well and be safe about it. But yeah, we're gonna be voting very soon.
Absolutely. No, that's great that you guys have a plan and you guys make it a thing as a family. And I went to Gus Garcia Rec Center on Northeast Austin, and there was no lines, and it was a huge
Yeah.
place with tons of ventilation. It was just fine. And yes, if there were lines, I was, you know, like I said, I was pumped. I'm voting. I'm getting my vote on, you know. So I was not gonna go home. But yeah, I got there. It was very pleasing. Nothing happening, and it was easy. Guys, you guys have a couple of things going on, so I want to make sure that I get to that. One of them, let's see if this image comes out. One again is Chingona Fest. So since you know, it's you guys are Chingonas. So and you are playing at the Chingona Fest. That's so appropriate. Tell us a little bit about it. I guess it's tomorrow that the performance goes on social media. Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah, so it's a festival founded by Denise Hernandez, and there's so many great chingonas that sit on the board. And we played the festival last summer, and it was super fun. There was like mariachi, Latinas on stage, and everyone was just hanging out, buying stuff from the vendors and supporting organizations like what is it called? This organization that helps young Latinas in STEM. I forgot what the name was, but Latinitas.
Latinitas.
Yeah, but and now that everything has become virtual, I see it as more accessible. Chingona Fest has like panels that are about mental health in the Latinx community, healthy relationships, activism, civic engagement, and they're all on their Instagram, IGTV. So if you're bored one night, or if you just want to learn, you can get some popcorn, watch a panel, and learn. Like, and you don't have to
That's amazing. So this is an open invitation for everybody watching. You're invited to check out Chingona Fest. You can check out their Instagram and or social media in general, and be in touch with. It's amazing because we really need everything that you just mentioned, from mental health to empowering. POC entrepreneurs and so forth. So that's amazing that you guys are going to participate on it tomorrow. That's great. And then I have here, check it out. I think you. This is pretty cool that you guys are
Yeah.
doing. So talk to us about Across the Border.
Yeah, so it's called Rock the Border, Stop the Wall, and it's a really big show. It's like all day from I think 3 to past 6 p.m. It's kind of like a virtual tour from California, Arizona, Texas, and a bunch of other cities. And it's a bunch of artists that are coming together to support the mission to put more focus on the border and focus on those issues rather than trying to create a wall and more exclusion from the people that create our nation and that serve us so well and are the base and the foundation of everything that we love, pretty much. So yeah, there's really cool artists that are on it, like the Black Pumas, La Santa Cecilia, the Banda,
Amazing.
yeah, Las Cafeteras. It's gonna be super fun.
Oh, you guys are in a great company. That's just this is the show to watch this weekend. So once again, it's Rock the Border, Stop the Wall, and yeah, I know every once in a while I'm dropping y'all's. Oh, here it goes. We're gonna talk about that in a moment. But every once in a while, I'm dropping y'all's website here because folks can just refer to that and get in touch with you for any information they want. And really briefly, I want to give a shout to everybody that is watching on Austin Music Television right now. I know that our feed with Austin Music Television will be going off the air in a few minutes, so we're gonna play some music soon. But I just want to give you guys a shout, and for everybody on social media, we'll keep going for a few extra minutes here with the Tiarra Girls, and you guys can tune in. I'll drop my social media here for those on the Austin Music channel as well. But that is amazing. There's some comments here. Lobo Corona, he's saying something here. Ooh, all right. So I tell you, we got people in La Ciudad de Mexico. So there you go. No, no, we know Lobo. He's Lobo Corona. He brought many rock Mexicano and rock Latino to Austin over the years. And salutations to you, Lobo. Sounds like you are in Mexico City during this times of quarantine. And once again, we had several folks just saying hello. So it's just great to have some folks online. So if you have a comment for the Tiarra Girls, if you want to say something, just hop in here on the social media. Tell us a little bit about this lyric video that you guys have. What's the name of the song, and what's kind of the process of that about? Tell us a little bit.
Yeah, so the song is our cover of Can't Stop the World by the Go-Go's. And we've played a few shows with Kathy Valentine, who is the songwriter of the song, and she played in the Go-Go's. And we were like, hey, we want to cover this song and kind of create it and create a different arrangement and put our take on the song to be more present and kind of speak on issues that are happening right now in a lyrical way. And so she gave us some lyrics that she had written a long time ago. And so we kind of played around with the arrangement, like I said, and we recorded it in times of COVID. And the funny thing is that she wrote it when she was 19, and we recorded it on my 19th birthday.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, the song is super important to us. It's kind of it's the weird thing about music is you play it and you have a whole like outlook on it while you're in the studio, while you're playing it live, and then when time like passes by and you listen to it in your headphones by yourself, you see it a different way. And so the song To Us is about our awareness of the world and knowing that we shouldn't fight against the universe. We should like shake hands and agree with it, because our universe is within ourselves pretty much. And sometimes we have to surrender to our own individual ambitions and not the projections that other people have on us. So that song is kind of about that, but the lyric video is a cute, fun, quirky homage to our younger selves, because we used to doodle a lot, and there's like doodle graphics, magazine graphics. We would cut out random pictures from magazines when we were younger, and it was very like insightful in the way we would put things together and just do whatever the hell we wanted. Sorry.
Oh no, totally. No.
But yeah, the song is about like being unapologetic and being reflective on the way you see the world and how you shouldn't fight against the world. But it was super cool to cover a song from a band that was so successful in writing their own music and being all girls, playing their own instruments. So yeah, it was a really cool kind of connection in every single way, from the recording to making the lyric video.
That it's interesting to think of this concept of like the inner and the outer universe, and the expectations, or like as you mentioned, that the ambition. Oh, is this ambition that I have, is it really mine? Let me think about that. Or is it? It's really crucial, I believe, for all humans, but like for artists in general. As musicians, we navigate this world that, you try to get your message out there because there's so much music. How am I going to cut through it, etc. And it's just interesting to stop and to really take stake of, wow, what is the mi mundo interior, mi espíritu? Like, what brings me peace? Okay, let me figure. And does that line up with what I think my ambitions are? So that's pretty cool to think about that. And I love that you guys are exploring all of those things through your music and through your passion. So we are going to play the song now. So before I leave you guys, any parting words for folks, either watching us here in Austin or anywhere that they may have been watching, or anytime? What would what is your message of hope and resilience for us?
I would say personally, I just want people to take it easy on yourselves, because like how you started the interview saying how are you, I was like, maybe I should say things are kind of crazy, or like, I mean, just listen to your inner thoughts and comfort yourself about it, because everyone is going through something,
Right.
Especially right now, like everything is crazy. But I mean, take it easy on yourselves, and always love and always be kind, and don't get ahead of yourself, because there's too much of that going on. This is a time to grow and to relax and just keep going in any way that you can.
Yes. Thank you for the reminder, guys, and thank you for for leaving that too. And as you guys were saying, whether it is to exercising, whether it is the connection, and the music, it's if you want busy, be busy. If you want not busy, take a breath, but do that which gives you joy. So once again, what a pleasure to have the Tiarra Girls here. It's great to have you guys. I don't have a big plan for the show. Maybe I'll have the show another season. I'll have you guys back. I started to do this very much as a way to build connection, but I am just so happy that you guys took the time to be with me and with everybody watching today. So let's hear Can't Stop the World, because that is true. We can't stop the world. We got to roll with the changes, right? So
Yeah.
so Sophia, Tiffany, Tori, what a pleasure to have you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this is Can't Stop the World.
I give up looking for a reason to live with things just the way they were. I came around, used to be easy to get to, so they got to me just about every way. There's no magic here, the golden rule is gone. Those dirty tricks are falling out the sleeves. You knock me down, but don't know I'm better on the ground. I got so many licks and kicks can make me bleed. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Your heart's true in your car, they've all been broken. You let everybody know about your better days. You got beat and it's not entertaining watching you try to stand up on your feet again. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Can't stop the world. I'll give up wondering the reasons. Surrender to a future that feels fine. Those things you said so funny. Those things you did for money. Everything you want to steal is mine. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world.
What a great tune, Can't Stop the World. I'm so happy that the Tiarra Girls did the cover, and such cool stories, that they reached out to the Goose and was like, wow, she wrote this song when she was 19, and here they are, as Tori is 19, and and they did such a fantastic arrangement of the tune. Love it, love it, love it. So you can definitely keep track of the Tiarra Girls, the website. Vocês estão em México, em Brasil, amigos do Brasil, um beijo para vocês. Vocês podem checar Las Chingonas. Yes, you can check them out, Las Tiarra Girls, and some music coming out and some concerts that they got going on this week. Once again, I'll share one more time on the screen. Tomorrow is Chingona Fest. And soon after, they are rocking the Rock the Border, Stop the Wall event with some amazing folks like my friend Adrian Quesada, my producer of one of my tunes, and one of the leaders of Black Pumas, and so many other bands, Os Cafeteiras, and so forth. So yes, this was great. We just had a conversation with Tiarra Girls of course, if you missed it, it's okay. You can go to my YouTube or Facebook, or you can catch the interview. We'll publish the links later, so it's okay for just arriving and you're like, oh, I didn't get to see the Tiarra Girls, but we had a lovely conversation. So happy that they stopped to build some connection, some resiliency during weird times. And today, this show today, I'm really thinking of other musicians, and I'm really thinking of how musicians over and over and over and over again have to recreate themselves. And I'm really thinking about this concept of recreating ourselves and how do we do that. So, so it was great in that context, to see what the Tiarra Girls are doing, what they are sharing with the world, and how they are sharing their platform to build resiliency. It's just great. Próxima semana, next week, yeah, Beto Martinez. Eso. So yes. Next episode, mi amigo, my longtime friend, and then I went to his studio, Leche House Studio, to record half of my album, Exótico Americano. So producer, engineer, but amazing guitar player, family man, Beto Martinez. He is my guest next Tuesday. Talk a little bit about it all. We're gonna run out of time with him for sure. He's got some stories to tell us. So yes, that is el próximo martes, and we'll keep going. That's my goal here, is to interview my friends, musicians of Austin, Texas, and if you Austin, Texas musicians should check out these folks here. Pero un abraço a todos que están ahí. I will end the show in a moment with some live music for you guys. I just wanted to show here La Esquina Tango platforms. La Esquina Tango, they are doing socially distancing events, and I'm playing on Friday, so this is an open invitation. There's some information right now on the screen, but yes, go to esquinatangoaustin.com, find outdoor events and get your tickets, because they will run out. These are the Esquina Tango. They devised a way to be able to give an experience of live music that is safe for everybody, where folks will reserve a platform. As you can see here, the platforms are far away from each other. There's plenty of ventilation. Nobody wears a mask. Everybody wears a mask outside of their platforms, gets their temperature checked. But the idea is that, you BYOB, and you can have fabulous time listening to some music at Esquina Tango. So catch me over there this Friday with con mis amigos. I'm so happy to play with Alan Uribe on bass, Fumihito Sugawara on guitar, and Beto Vinesoff on drums and percussion. So yes, there's some information on the screen right now at the very bottom. So if you are in Austin, Texas, estás en Austin y quieres ver una música brasileña, you want to hear some Brazilian music and you want to dance, you want to, just get out of the house after a while, you want to invite friends and they can get their platform across from yours, that's fine. If you want to have a socially distancing party, you want to hop to Esquina Tango website. Un abrazo. I'll share some music with you guys before I say bye-bye. This is... Let me get the team here, the production team, to get it all ready for you. I'm gonna play... I'm missing the ocean. I'm missing the sea. So this is a song called Azul Transcendental, Transcendental Blue. It's from my record last year, Exótico Americano, Transcendental Blue, Azul Transcendental. This video that I'm going to share with you guys was shot in the Yucatan Peninsula. I am dreaming of travel and I'm dreaming of being in the ocean. What can I say? And yes, we will play this song on Friday alongside many other tunes from Brazilian artists and so forth. But if you want to visit the beach, the ocean, and you are not able to, and you live in Austin, then this is the next best thing. Here we go. Enjoy. Azul Transcendental.
Não há esperança à toa quando a paixão agoa. Tantas vezes já caí e até pensei em desistir. Não existe outra pessoa que faça e que destoa tudo aquilo que aprendi e o pouco que já vi. Mas sou homem, pobre homem. Não se assombrem, é só um coração que não dorme, nunca come. Não existe dor e nem desamor que o abandone, nem a fome de querer amar quem nunca o amou. Só uma estrela que o adore e transforme o seu na essência do amor. Esse azul transcendental do mar, querendo amar, amar, amar. Sei que queres flutuar nesse azul transcendental do mar, querendo amar, amar, amar. Há derrotas que amargoam, nos jogam pela proa. Ciclos de medo e receio, o cinismo tudo é sempre feio. Entre nuvens carregadas, falsos risos e ciladas, quis abrir meu coração, se fogo, alma de vulcão. Mas sou homem, pobre homem. Não se assombrem, é só um coração que não dorme, nunca come. Não existe dor e nem desamor que o abandone, nem a fome de querer amar quem nunca o amou. Só uma estrela que o adore e transforme o seu na essência do amor. Nesse azul transcendental do mar, querendo amar, amar, amar. Sei que queres flutuar nesse azul transcendental do mar, querendo amar, amar, amar.
Nesse azul transcendental. Yes, obrigado, obrigado, as they say in Brazil. Thank you very much. Great to build connection every Tuesday. Next Tuesday, once again, próximo martes, Beto Martinez. Nuestro amigo, our good friend, Beto Martinez. He is going to be the guest. Can't wait to have a conversation about so many things and a vast musical journey of Beto. We certainly will run out of time next week on Tuesday. We did had a lovely conversation with the Tiarra Girls. If you missed it, it's okay. You can check out on my YouTube channel or later on my Facebook page. I will be sharing the link again on the social media so you can catch a conversation with the lovely Tiarra Girls. And yes, hope to see you guys next week. I do have a show this Friday. Once again, if you're just tuning in, it is at a safe space. So if you are thinking about, wow, I would love to listen to some live music and be in an environment that I'm not going to put my health in risk, the Esquina Tango. Yeah, Esquina Tango, they are doing a series. As you can see in the bottom, these are live social distancing events where you reserve a platform, right? And you reserve a platform, and you don't remove your masks when you are outside of your platform. Each platform can have up to 4 people, so you reserve a platform. So this Friday, I'm going to be there playing music after so many months. It's been since late February that I performed as a whole band, but we felt that this place was taking the necessary precautions, checking people's temperatures, having lots of ventilation, and keeping everybody away from each other. Above and beyond. So thank you, Esquina Tango, for giving that experience, and you guys can check it out and get your platform today. Un abrazo. I'll be here next Tuesday con amigo Beto Martinez, and sharing some more community and connection with you. I'll end the show today. Vamos a terminar with some love. This is another song called Nature of Love. Because love conquers all, let's leave the show. Abraço.
Unison, a reverie translates the feelings lost. Battles won in vain, searing the flame no matter what. Some blood harvest, loss and pain, owing to love. The nature of love, the nature of love, the nature of love, the nature of love. Throughout the time we spent getting to know each other well, my deep admiration has changed into attraction as well, encompassing the curving waves that sway, forming seashells to hold against your ears and hear the sound of your true self. The nature of love, the nature of love, the nature of love, the nature of love. The nature of love, the nature of love, the nature of love, the nature of love. A natureza do amor.
Abraço, abraço, abraço. See you guys next time.